and welcome to another Adventures Through History. Today we are visiting Independence Hall in Philadelphia. This is the building where the United States of America was born. Now we're going to have to go back in time to 1753, almost 300 years ago. America wasn't a country yet. It was made up of 13 colonies, all ruled by the King of England. Now, Philadelphia was one of the busiest cities in all of the colonies, and the leaders there wanted a place to meet and make laws, so they built a big brick building called the Pennsylvania State House. Now, later, this building became known by a whole new name, Independence Hall. Inside Independence Hall is a room called the Assembly Room. Now, it may look simple with simple tables, wooden chairs, and a big desk in the front, but it is one of the most important rooms in American history. This is where big decisions were made that actually changed the world. On May 10th, 1775, leaders from all 13 colonies gathered in this room. They were part of the Second Continental Congress. Now, among the men that were gathered there were four that were going to become the country's future presidents. The colonies were upset because they thought the king was being unfair. He made them pay taxes, and more importantly, he didn't let them vote or help make the laws. One of the youngest members, Thomas Jefferson, was asked to write a very important document called the Declaration of Independence. It said the colonies were not happy with how the king had been treating them, and they were now an independent nation. They didn't have to follow his rules anymore. On July 4th, 1776, the Declaration was officially adopted right inside Independence Hall. And that's why we celebrate the 4th of July every year. It's America's birthday. Kind of crazy to think about it, but they all voted and approved on July 4th, but most of the members didn't actually sign it until August 2nd. According to legend, the Liberty Bell that was on top of Independence Hall rang to let people know the big news. Now, the bell did crack later on, but it is still a famous symbol of freedom. The story doesn't end there. The Declaration of Independence led to a war with Great Britain. It ended in 1783, and we had to figure out how to set up a new country. Sadly, the government that was set up originally just didn't work. So in 1787, leaders came back to Independence Hall to solve this problem. How could America become a successful country? That's when they held the Constitutional Convention. And guess who that they had in charge? George Washington. He helped lead the meeting where the US Constitution was written. That's the ultimate law or rule book for how our government works. After almost 5 months of debating, discussing, and even some arguing, on September 17th, 1787, the Constitution was signed right in Independence Hall. Here you can see the actual pen and ink set that was used to sign that Constitution. Today, people come from all over the world to visit Independence Hall to learn about the amazing things that happened here. It's actually a World Heritage Site, which means it's protected and honored as a place that is important to all people everywhere. And you know what? The ideas that were written at Independence Hall, like freedom, fairness, and the right to vote, they still matter today. They matter to me and they matter to you. And someday you could help make history too. So remember, when you hear about the Declaration of Independence or the Constitution, I want you to think about this amazing building where it all began, Independence Hall. Thanks for joining us today. Hopefully you learned a little something more about our country's great history. Please like and subscribe.